In today's video, I'm going to unbox and use this pump with hose kit. It's a Champion unit. This is not a sponsored video. It's the unit I happened to buy in December of 2021. Read all your safety instructions in the owner's manual, and that bag, this is the parts that were in the plastic bag. We'll go over them as we assemble the unit. Step 1 of assembly, they tell us to hand thread this nut on the handle. This is the handle, obviously. Just hand tight. They say once it stops, then install it on the unit here. And when we're done, they tell us to have the handle facing that direction. Next, we have to put oil in the unit. To do that, we remove the oil dipstick over here. See the little tag on it? Instructions tell us it uses 10W30. That's a common motor oil. And there's my 10W30. This isn't product placement, it's just the oil I happen to buy. And they say to put 70 milliliters of oil in it, so I will use this. That's 80 milliliters, so I will almost fill that, and we'll put the oil in the pump. So I'm putting the oil in here. They recommend use a small funnel. Well, I would consider this a small funnel, and that's not going to make it. So I went to look for a turkey baster, which is how I was going to do it, but I don't have a clean one, so I just kind of jury-rigged this. And I have my 70 millimeters of oil in there. And we'll see if, I don't know if this is going to quite come out in the camera here. We'll do it this way. So, having done that, we'll put our dipstick in there. This is where we connect our inlet hose. So going to whatever it is that we are pumping the water out of. And this is where we connect the output. So we'll do that. This is our intake hose. And they tell us next thing to do is to connect the water filter to one end of the intake hose. They give you a little 10 millimeter and 8 millimeter wrench there. However, I'm going to use my handy dandy socket. I have a video for using socket sets. I'll put a link down below for any of you new do-it-yourselfer types. We have an inlet and an outlet joint. As you can see, one is 90 degrees. That's for the outlet for the input intake, we use this straight one. I'll take this off and put that in like that, and we're going to clamp that, the input hose, to that straight joint. So put our clamp over. Oh, and by the way, there's a gasket. We'll also put this in here. You definitely don't want to forget that. That'll keep everything sealed. But it kind of falls in. So anyway, let's take our another clamp. We'll put it over that. Over the Now we're going to connect the outlet hose to the pump. Basically the same scenario. Before we connect the outlet hose, our instructions talk about priming the pump. Read that section. Normally I would do that when I'm outside, but I want you to get a rough idea of how much water we have to put in here. And I'm just going to reiterate, we won't forget our gasket in there. Instructions tell us to fill that right to the top. Okay, we're out and ready to do some pumping. I put gas in it. Here's the filler cap for the gasoline. And our instructions tell us to put the choke, which is this white button here. And the instructions tell us to put the throttle lever to the idle position, right here, which appears to be down again. And next, over here, it tells us to push and release the primer bulb 5 times. Hopefully that is coming out. 2. up, I'm going to put our throttle up to the higher level. So the throttle is full open there now. Yeah, with the throttle fully open, as we just saw, moving a lot of fluid. Some of it's leaking out because I just got the hose stuck into the end of those ABS pipe. And there you can see it. Anyways, hope this was helpful. Thanks for watching.